Hey guys, so I'm finally gonna do the highly requested refill on myself. And for time's sake, I'm only doing one hand because you know how thorough I like to be with my tutorials. Let's get started. If you wanna see how I got from this horrible before to this after, just keep on watching. The first thing you want to do is push back your cuticles. It's very important so you can minimize any lifting. Now this is a Dremel rotary tool and I have on it a diamond bit. It's a very thin diamond bit, and with this I'm going to remove all of the dead skin around my cuticle area. You're gonna be really careful with this because these bits, they don't really do much damage. They don't cut, but always be careful with any tool around your cuticles because cuticles are very sensitive, and if you damage your cuticle area, you can also damage your nail. Thank God for fast forward, huh? Alright, so the next tool that I'm going to use is a carbide bit. This is a 3 extra course. You have to be really careful with these. If you're not used to them, you should buy a less coarse one. I just like to be quick with these, and because I've been doing this for over 10 years, I've kind of mastered this, so just be very careful. These bits can really cut deeply, and they can also damage your natural nail, so that's why I am not touching my natural nail at all with this bit, only on whatever is lifted on my acrylic. I think this is like the worst nail out of all of them, and it's not really that bad considering I have 2 months of growth. You're gonna see at the end how none of my nails have any red spots, and I don't cut myself at all. I'll fast forward through this too because this is kind of a long process. In this part, you're going to see how I was watching a basketball game with my husband, and it was a really good game. And I took my nails to my mouth because I got anxious. I'm always telling my clients not to do that, and I did it to myself. That's a big no-no. Nails have germs, bacteria. You don't want that in your mouth, and you don't want to make horrible holes like that one with your teeth. So just don't take your nails to your mouth, please. The refills are much easier if you don't do that either. So here I'm pointing out how I have my own nail file and my clients also have their own nail files. For hygiene purposes, you should do this with all of your clients and yourself. Here I am removing the shine from my natural nail so that when I place the acrylic, it won't lift. You can do this side to side like I'm doing here, or you can do it up and down. As long as you're careful with your nail and you don't file hard, you won't have any problem with messing up your nail or making them too weak. Just don't make your cuticle area red or your natural nail red, and it's all good. And make sure to remove all of the shine from every nail. So after the shine is removed, I'm using Extra Strength Primer by ASP. You can find this at Sally's. And I'm going to put this only on my natural nail. And when you're done, you're going to see that they start turning like a chalky white color. That's how you know that you got all of the excess oil out. and they're ready for acrylic. This is Attractions Rose Blush. This is my cover acrylic, my go-to color. I always have this color on my nail. You can find this on eBay. I'm not sure where you can find it over there, because over here in Puerto Rico I buy it at a beauty supply called Professional Beauty Supply. But I'm sorry, I don't know where you can find it where you live. So this nail, you won't be able to see how I applied it, but I promise the next nail you'll be able to see. I grab a pretty decent bead because I had a lot of new growth and my natural nail is actually a bit flat and I like to make it rounder. So that's why I use so much acrylic. But if you have round natural nails, you don't really need so much acrylic. You'll see in the next nail how I apply my acrylic. Alright, so I grab a pretty decent size bead. And now I'm patting it carefully. Don't make them too wet because if not, you'll have a mess of acrylic around your cuticle area. You drag it down so it can be flush with the rest of the acrylic. And now with the brush almost at a 90 degree, I make sure to pat down the acrylic so that it can be flush with the natural nail. And at the same time, I seal it. That way you avoid any lifting. And you know it works because, as you can see, I had 2 months of growth and there was very, 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 very little lifting, if any at all. Practice makes perfect with this one, guys. I didn't get it. I've been doing nails for 15 years now, and I can say that my nails stopped lifting on myself and on my clients after about 5 years doing nails. So practice makes perfect. You guys will get it. Here all I'm doing is filing now, making filing the shape that I want and making sure to seal the acrylic. I like to start with my sides. You just push down on your skin a little so that the acrylic, if there's any acrylic stuck to your finger, it will get unstuck. And you make sure to file your cuticle carefully. This is a little bit fast forwarded, so it kind of looks like I'm being rough, but I'm not being rough at all. Very carefully make the acrylic flush with the rest of your nail, with your natural nail. And then you just make sure that all of the acrylic, the new acrylic that you placed, is flush with the acrylic that you already had. If you were neat with your application when you did your fill, you won't have to file that much. That's why I take so long sometimes applying my acrylic, because I make sure to be neat. I make sure to make it neat from the beginning. That way I won't have to spend so much time filing afterwards. If you spend too much time filing, you have a higher risk of cutting yourself or cutting your client. So that's why you gotta leave space between your skin and apply it neatly from the beginning. So here is the final shape. Now I'm just gonna buff them really good. This was hard, guys. Because of my setup, it was so hard to file them and buff them without like knocking down my phone. It was hard, but I got it. You want to make sure to buff this on the top and also on the bottom so you can have a smooth nail all over. And because it was late and I really didn't want to I didn't want to spend time on a design, I just put some cuticle oil. This is Beauty Secrets cuticle oil. I also buy this at Sally's. I just put some all around my cuticles, as you can see here, and then I just massaged it onto my skin. And voila, all done. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it helped. Any questions, feel free to ask. You know, I answer all the time. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Subscribe. Thank you for watching.